In the year 536 AD, something happened that historians now call the worst year to be alive. For months, the sun didn't rise properly. The sky went dim, crops failed, temperatures dropped, and no one knew why. From Europe to China, records described the same thing. A strange, cold fog that blocked out the sun during the day. Summer felt like winter, and people across the world began to starve. At first, historians thought these were just isolated local events, but the evidence grew too large to ignore. The Byzantine historian Procopius wrote, "The sun gave forth its light without brightness, like the moon, during the whole year." In Ireland, annals recorded a failure of bread in 536. In China, frost and snow fell in August, ruining the harvest. And in Mesopotamia, plague followed famine, killing thousands. So what happened? For centuries, no one really knew. Then, modern science stepped in. Using tree rings, ice cores, and volcanic sediment, researchers found a massive clue. A sudden spike in atmospheric sulfur buried deep in the ice of Greenland and Antarctica. That sulfur likely came from a massive volcanic eruption, one of the largest in human history. Scientists now believe that in early 536, a supervolcano erupted somewhere in the northern hemisphere, possibly in Iceland or Central America. It sent ash and sulfur high into the stratosphere, forming a veil that blocked out sunlight across the globe. But it didn't stop there. In the year 540, and then again in 547, more eruption followed, creating a decade-long climate catastrophe. It was the beginning of what some call the Late Antique Little Ice Age. The fallout was devastating. Global temperatures dropped by up to 2.5 degrees Celsius. The Eastern Roman Empire weakened, trade routes collapsed, and the bubonic plague would strike just a few years later. Some historians even believe these events helped usher in the Dark Ages. It wasn't just weather. It was the start of a global unraveling. But there's still mystery. Despite new data, we still don't know the exact volcano that caused the 536 blackout. No single crater has been definitively linked to the eruption, and the scale of darkness described in historical records is still hard to explain, even by a massive eruption. Some researchers have asked, was there more to it? A comet impact? Multiple eruptions in rapid succession? Or was it something we simply haven't seen again in modern times? One thing's for sure. In the year 536, humanity stared up at the sky and saw only darkness. And that darkness changed the course of civilization. So the next time the sun rises like clockwork, bright, warm, and familiar, remember the year it didn't. Had you ever heard of the 536 blackout before? What do you think really happened? Subscribe to Oddly Wise for more chilling history, lost facts, and science they don't teach in school. Oddly Wise, much did you know? 536 AD, Dark History, Volcano, Mystery, History Facts.